All right, folks, welcome back. We're at it again. I'll wait for some loading. There we go. Got this stuff up here. Ooh, hey, zombies. Right off the bat, I get a zombie. Nice. Oh, he hit me. Come on. Now already. There we go. Thank you. Good, because my armor was getting shot anyways. So today, the only thing I'm using is this heads-up display up in the corner. Why did I do that? No, resume game. I don't want to do that. I want to do this. So we'll put these chain boots on and this chain helmet. Chain helmet's mostly broken. So as you can see, I got a lot of sand. And let's go over here. Let's come take a look at it and see. So you guys can see what's going on. That's a fantastic idea. So where I'm at now, okay, we've got this river flowing through here and some zombies. And that line right there marks the end point of what I'm going to do. That line over there is, that sand right there is even with where that is. And this river came around, made a sharp turn, and came back this way. Drop a couple of things off that I don't need to have in my inventory. There we go. Beautiful. So what I've been doing is using sand to fill this in to get rid of the water. Since all the sponges are back at the ocean monument. Come down this way here. And so this is what I've been doing. Put a bunch of sand in. Apparently I was hungry too. Alright, that's fine. So we're preparing for the Aquatic update. Because these rivers will be filled with fish. But that's based on the marine mob cap. So what we're going to be doing is basically making a fish farm. Man, my coffee pot is noisy. So we're going to come on over here. And I've been running it this way all along. I had to put this wall in because of the size of this. It would never work. So it's been a lot of this. Hello, zombie. When I first started off, I only had enough to do 4 rows like this. But you find a lot of sand, like once I hit that sand over there, it's going to be added into my inventory. And once I hit this sand over here, that's also going to be added into my inventory. All of which will allow me to go... Yeah, all of which will allow me to, when I'm done, take this over to the ocean monument.
I found the charger.
Okay. That's not the charger for it. No, it's not. So, what I've got to do is get rid of this water so that the fish can't spawn in it. And there will be a lot of this. but like you saw from my inventory, I got a bunch of sand. So we're going along, placing the sand. And then we'll come back and we'll break the sand. Alrighty. Just tons of this. This has been my life for a little while. I know it's not as fascinating to watch as when I mess up redstone, but it's still pretty awesome. You got to do the work if you want it to be easy for you. Oops, ran out of sand. Yeah, sometimes when you're placing the sand, it glitches out and it breaks. Because there's nothing under there that should prohibit it from going. It just sometimes just randomly breaks. It is what it is. See, that one just broke. Go down and get it. I know it's hard to see, but there we go. I don't know why it breaks like that. I guess it's like trying to register that there's something down there that is preventing it from landing completely as a solid block. Because while it's actually falling, even though it's a full-size block, it's still just an entity. Hold on a sec, guys. Be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Is that mine?
Kids are going outside to play. Have some more break. See, had more break. It's completely out, and now I've got 6. I know it's hard to see under the water. It may have something to do with an entity being right next to another entity. I don't know. So what we're going to end up with is a pretty thick band of sand. And then we'll go in and we'll take it out, but we'll leave the last one in so it doesn't flood out our work. That would be bad. And I think I've got it far enough away from where I'm actually going to place the farm. But this works in ocean and river biomes. There we go. Re-upped my inventory. And it starts to rain. Of course it does. I brought my fishing pole with me just in case I run out of carrots. Boop. And we'll do the same thing, but heading the opposite direction. But this is what I did yesterday. Quite a bit of yesterday. So, I mean, I could do this with already said that I can do this with sponges, but I don't have any around here. They're way out by the ocean monument. I have no desire to go out that far and get lost. There are two different designs, and I'm debating between the two. Okay. I know I said a minute and that was just seconds, but there you go. It doesn't matter if it's perfectly flat or not, just as long as you have all the sand or all of the water covered like this, because we're just pushing it out. Run out right to here. I still have plenty of sand left in my inventory. Okay. So I'm not 100% sure when the Aquatic update is supposed to hit, From what I was seeing, they said in the second quarter of the year, but that depends on when their year starts, because different people have different starts. You know, some people's fiscal year can start in February or March, and that means that April and May is actually first quarter. But they might release it before then. Who knows? The only ones that know are the guys at Mojang. That lightning strike was pretty close. Oops, something hit me. Spider. Go. Nope, not hungry. I'm a little worried about that skeleton over there, though. Da-da-da. Boop, 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 boop. Use up these 10 sand blocks first. Yeah, we'll come in here, we'll grab another stack. And I don't have a bed out here or I would go to sleep. Oh, I ran out of sand. Wondering why what didn't show up. And we're placing the sand, placing the sand. This is, I know, it's repetitive. It's a little boring. And that's why I'm talking. So, where I'm actually at is, if you go in that direction, it should be my big temple. My Temple of Doom. It's not really that far away. But once I get all this drained out, I have to bring a map and remap this section. Okay, then we'll start this side here. Bloop! Right into the water I go. And we'll keep doing this till we run out of sand. But I have to get rid of all this water. And so the only thing that's going to be remaining, if if I can stay up here on top of the sand, are the walls at either end. I may come back in with prettier materials. You know, just make the whole thing look better. What I'm thinking might be neat is, and I've got to test it and see if that works. And as soon as the update Aquatic comes out, I'll test it and see if it works. But I'll put sugarcane. Put sugarcane there all stacked up. And use that for the wall. The only downside is it's going to be really tough to repair if it ever breaks. So I don't even know if that works. Come on, there we go. A little lag. It's alright, not too bad. Bloop, into the water I go. The downside to working backwards. Unless I want to crouch, and then that would just slow things down a little bit. Dang. Okay. Out of sand. Lots of sand placing. You'd be surprised at how quickly you go through an inventory full of sand when you're doing this method. If I were using sponges, I would just do the strips three wide. So it'd be, you know, so it'd have, like this one right here would be the solid strip, and then 1, 2, and then one more makes 3. So you put the next one on the fourth run if you're using sponges. And depending, most of these areas would probably only take 3 sponges to completely drain out. You know, it's not like we're trying to drain an ocean. This right here is where it starts to choke up a little bit. So we'll grab our rest of our sand here. Whoa. If anything, I know I'm clean. Keep taking all those baths. Placing the sand and taking a bath. Yep, taking a bath. And once I get this drained, I need a bunch more torches in this entire area here. Because I put torches all down in there. I don't have enough to come up this way. There is some coal over there that I might mine, and I've got a little bit of wood that I can use as sticks. Apparently this spider has a problem with us. It's alright, I'll just pickaxe him in the skull. We'll do fine. Alrighty, we got a little further than I expected. So this one we're just going to do one wide here. Instead of double wide, because I've got to run out of sand before that happens. Oops, better go get that. Okay, now I have some gravel. I don't really like gravel for this, because sometimes when you break the gravel, you get a piece of flint instead of getting your block back. Yeah, I probably don't have enough. Okay, so that's pretty good. So we'll start right here, digging this stuff out. Whoopsie. Carrot went nuts. That'll let me know when to turn the corner. Well, I guess it didn't work that way. Okay, now this one we can just go straight through. I could use a shovel, but I'm not gonna. It would pretty much just destroy the shovel in short order. And this would all take less time if I didn't have to stop and fight mobs, fight the hostiles. Like that guy. Okay, I'm going to have to do something to get rid of him. So I have a possible solution. I'll come on over here to my mini base of operations. Let's see. I have one arrow. We're going to use a powered bow. Got him. That's how much the creepers should do. Put this bow back up. We'll put the spider eye and the string up too. 2 pieces of gunpowder. And we can put the bow up. It looks fine for me. Check and make sure I don't have any more gravel or anything in here. No, I don't. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, as you can see, I've got torches through. This area here was more recently excavated, so I mean, I generally don't care if the creeper is there. In fact, him exploding will actually save me some work, but it will make me lose some of the sand blocks. Okay. See, like I told you, all this extra sand that was over here, it's coming with me. And yes, I know it'll leave a floating tree, which always looks weird, but any of this sand that I don't actually end up using will go to the ocean monument. See, it's a little slower than a shovel when you're trying to just beat it up with a carrot. Why are you... Quit hopping around so much. There you go. Place the sand, break the sand. Place the sand, break the sand. Yep, that's what it is. Okay, that's all broken. I'll come back this way. Start busting everything out. Then we'll repeat this process several more times. Okay. So there's a couple of things that I have to get ready for the aquatic update. Our mob spawner back toward the base, I should be able to fix that. Okay, I'm going to take this out here. You may be asking yourself, why don't I just go to the bottom and break the sand down at the bottom and work my way up? Most of these ledges underneath here are non-traversable, which you're not going to get up on. You know, you've got spots where it's 2 high, spots where it's 3 high. And so you just can't get to all the sand. A skeleton. And another one. Alrighty then. They're over there not bothering me right now. But if I have to, I'll take them out. So this is where we're at. Yay. So I wish I could do this, in a time lapse for you guys, so that you could see what's going on, and it wouldn't take all this long. Give you a little bit of music or something, but it's just not possible yet with my iPhone. That's also why I'm not in the beta test to figure out what works and what doesn't. At some point, I'm hoping we can find a fortress with an end portal in it. The more Eyes of Ender in it, the better. Take a drink here. And my goal is to hopefully push back far enough that I can't see that wall right there. Let me check it out and see. Okay, I can no longer see that wall, which is good because the fish farm's going to go over here. The skeleton horse. The only other thing I'm concerned about is these fish spawning. Are they going to spawn in all water or just in rivers and oceans? That's a question I've got. Because if they can spawn in any body of water, that means I got a little bit more work I got to do. I'm getting rid of some little pools of water here and there. Yep. All this prep work for something I don't even know when it's going to come out. Although it looks like they're currently on build 8. From the last thing I saw. And it's a major update, so it could take time to fine tune it and tweak it. I read the bug reports for the known issues, and it's not looking too awful bad. It looks like they got most of the bugs worked out, and most of the little things that'll cause crashes and that kind of stuff. It looks like they have most of that worked out. Okay, so this is one layer just about gone. Okay. Almost there. Almost there. I can handle it. Ah, I'm hit. Sorry, nerd moment. Well, looks like the skeletons are gone now. Drop. Number 2. And we'll continue on. Ew, andesite. No, diorite. Diorite. That's diorite. I don't know why I called it andesite. So I'm thinking I'm going to get a mixer. Get mixer and see if it'll let me stream the same way. Because if so, that's another platform that my stuff would be on. And it is the recommended streaming app. Let's eat some carrot here. Just tons and tons of clearing out to do. Okay. I'll swing it this way. Yep. We'll run around this way. By the time I'm done with this, I am going to just hate placing sand anywhere. Nope, I didn't lose any down there. Okay, that's cool. Break already. So much sand. whole process takes forever. And this is just one of the tasks that I have to get done prior to the update. Yeah, I still have yet to find a desert biome. Optical illusion. That's what that was. I thought I saw something in the sand. Okay. Random outburst from my son. So much breaking. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take a break from doing this for a minute. Because it is taking way, way, way longer than I expected. So what we're going to do then is, it's over here. It should be over here somewhere. What the heck was that? Oh, that guy. Okay, here's some coal. Gotta dig this coal out. Now then, I could have swore there was some iron around here somewhere.
I'm getting my hat.
Okay.
What are you doing? Getting the hat?
Okay, now I just gotta figure out where I saw that iron. I've got 2 iron right there. So let's see. Boop. Boop. fix that one. Put it in there. Put that in there. One shovel. Two shovel. Put that wood back up there. Okay, everything's happy. Now let's go tear through some sand. Much faster. And that makes me happy. Okay. Now we can come up here and we can finish this. Just put the gravel right there. Okay. We're finally getting close because this area right in here is where the fish farm itself is actually going to be. And once I get this section out, I'll actually get started on it, I think. Do-do-do. Come on. There we go. Have ourselves a little carrot snack. All right. Running through the sand. Restock the hot bar. And continue putting sand down. Still putting sand down. This would be a fantastic episode, folks, if you wanted to sleep. Awesome. Now I just have to do this side. But first, let's finish getting our sand here. See, we got a piece of flint off of that one. Okay, really tearing through the sand now. Well, thank you, Mr. Creeper. Stupid creeper. And that shovel broke. See what I mean? About not using tools to break sand or gravel. especially for apple. Alrighty. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Yep, this shovel is just about done. Okay. Missed one. Jump, get it. Cool. Pardon me. Did not mean to cough right into your ear. And my shovel broke again. So we're no longer tearing through this at tornado-like speeds. Oh look, mossy cobblestone in our wall. Once we get past it, we'll dig it out. Just lots and lots of digging. So fun. But again, it'll be worth it, so we're putting the work in. I'm just hoping I have the thing set where it'd be far enough back away from all other water sources. Taking it layer by layer. I don't know about y'all, but I have actually shoveled sand and dirt before in my life. And if I was doing it at the pace this guy's doing it at, I would be done really quickly. Like, not like, you know, I've finished with the job and, you know, we got all the sand up. No, I would just be done with it. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing it. No more. What do y'all think? Think you can keep up with this guy? Shoveling dirt or sand? Would be even more of a challenge would be to try to keep up with this guy while you're trying to mine out some cobblestone. Turning smooth rock into rock chunks. But that's what we're doing. So I really need to get a secondary device of some kind so that I can monitor the stream and actually respond to y'all joining in. Believe me, I really appreciate you guys when you join in, when you come and watch the stream. And some nice clay right there. Got some all the way on the other end too. Way down there. Excuse me. All right. Take a quick sip of my beverage. I got dry mouth going on. I'm gonna take this sand up right here. Place a torch there, and there, and there. I need to come in and place a torch here, and here. I'll put one right there as well. Okay, that one's going to need one there. And we're definitely going to want to put one here. Alright. Just illuminating the area. I know I'll never stop all the mobs from spawning. I already know that. I've come to peace with it. Yeah, not a whole lot of explaining going on or anything like this. I just have to do this to get the preparations made. Okay, that is, except for this right here. This right here should make it all the sand I'm going to get. Okay, nope, I'm just going to leave that like that. That's okay. Put a torch down in there just because. Do. One gravel right there. Let's go ahead and set one torch right in there. Little parkour slick move for y'all there. Okay, now once I get all this sand here cleared out, we should be good to go. Okay. There we go. In that corner. this into the collection. Sand hoarding. That tree is now floating in air. Yep, I think I've figured out the name I want to give this thing. If it works. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't get a name. Although I'm torn between the Fish-O-Matic or sorry, or the Auto Fisher. Either one works. But I'm personally leaning more towards the Fish-O-Matic. I would say I'd build one of each, but it's going to be kind of counterproductive to do that because I'm going to have to go through all this work to having to split my effort. I have to go through all this work plus this much work again. That spider just was like, yeah, screw you, dude. Here we go. So, but actually, I'm leaning more toward the Fish-O-Matic. So if you're watching, let me know which one you like better. Fish-O-Matic or the Auto Fisher. But once the Aquatic update comes out, I'll have to take a look at the new code for it and see what's actually in the behaviors and all that. Not so much that I can exploit it per se, but so that I understand the best way to make something. Okay, yeah, I do that. That's my problem. But in the next stream, I will actually be building the fish farm, so just to let you know that what's going on with that, so you guys can see how to build it. If you want to build it the same way I did, or if you want to do something different, that's okay too. I'm sure by the time it comes out, there will be all kinds of designs for the fish farms. My problem is that I can't go into beta and test it. And even if you do it in beta, and it works just fine, by the time they release it, it'll be, you know, about 7 out of every 10 times it'll just be nerfed.
Daddy. Mommy's
Here,
important account thing. Mommy's account. I have to run all the way down the street. And then flew away. I grabbed it and it flew out of my hand.
So, can we have these? See what's in there at least.
No, not
And
yet.
but I'm not gonna go back outside
Why?
because my legs hurt too much to go back outside when I was chasing down Mommy's account.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there for today, folks. I'll finish this off, finish this part off, and then on the next stream we will actually do the fish farm. So until then, hit the like if you haven't, subscribe,